Nice looking old International truck. Boy, this thing looks nice. Guessing D17? Stored M, wide front. Next door to it. Boy, brand new. Freshly painted, you can smell it. This one's freshly painted too. Well, I bet this is the Stock Center FFA that's doing these. So every year they have a display of the Melrose Bobcats and the history of them. Pretty cool looking. Where it all started from. Yeah, I think it was two brothers who came up with these. It's cool when they have the old dealer tags on them. Old Jeep. How's it going today?
Yeah, pretty good.
What are you doing, blowing off the chaff?
No more chaff. Go. Oh, it's too big. They won't go through that, then it dumps down here and go.
So was this back in the day made for it? That would be your seed oats over there then?
Yep.
Kind of like fanning mills did too, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly what it is. Yep, exactly. They're going to plant this oat next spring. We got the go well.
Okay. Pretty cool.
This is the only machine that's around that will do it.
Yeah, just keep putting away.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, have a good day. Minneapolis milling thresher. Looks like they're doing wheat in it. Must have been shelling corn on that one. So here is an early baler. You would feed the hay through the top of this. Put a big belt on here. You'd feed hay in here. And then I think they put these, because back in the day they would run wire on the bales. But I think they put them blocks in just for the size of the bale, then run the wire around them. Here is a Caterpillar D9. Boy, this is massive. King of the world when you're up on that thing. Hit and miss motors. Doesn't look like they got the sawmill running right now. I'll walk over there anyway. Little case VAC it looks like. That's the pointer. Well, let's avoid that. See what they got going on over here. This is the old truck they used for the sawdust. Oh, they run the dyno. So a dyno tests how much horsepower your tractor's got going off of the PTO. They got a John Deere 80 on there. And you run water to give it resistance. You can also tune them too when you have them on the dyno. That's cool. An old camper car combo. More hit and miss motors. And some ox. They're just chilling. That's a nice old wagon. Looks all original yet. Probably sat in someone's shed for years. An old road grader. Oh, fall over here. Hit a little chuck hole. There's some old cars over there. Alright, let's head into the rest of the show. Sure, we might have saw this one in Carver. But you take like a Model T and put a tractor rear end on it, so kind of repurpose it. You got a drawbar on it? Yep. Some old washing machine, little gas powered one. A lot of hit and miss motors here. So I think their feature this year was Allis-Chalmers, so that's going to be over that way. But we're going to look through this stuff here. Looks like some old implement dealers kind of set up. But let's go down the tractor row. That's a nicely done up cub. Another cub. .230 were nice tractors. They're kind of replaced the Super Cs. I'm curious if any of the tractors I worked on, I'll see them out and about. Not this one, because I know the 600 I worked on, I had it running on gas. Ooh, that one's a bright one. That's like auto quality there. There's a nice 1066. And let's go look at this row here and go into that dealerships that they got. Kind of a cool setup. Oh, she's warm out here today. So yesterday I was busy, hauled a skid steer from my brother-in-law. And then I had to go fix a feed wagon from up the farm. And then do some rock work at my place, at the end of the driveway. So I would have liked to come here yesterday, but I had work to do. So they all come up today, but yeah, a lot of the flea market people are already packing up. It is it's probably about 1 o'clock right now. look at this front wheel assist. Minneapolis Moline. That's leaking on their brand new concrete. Must be an H. So the 300 replaced the H. Kind of the progression of it. And then like the 350 was like the equivalent to a Super H. 450 Super M, 400 was the M. Old International truck. Oh no, it's not a truck, it's the, what do they call it? Travel-all? Kind of like a Suburban. $686. Boy, that one's beautiful. With the rock box.
Monday. Okay. So if you come Monday, if you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
So these are the old milkers. And you had a vacuum pump, and then your milk would drop right into there. And if you didn't have power, this is a milk separator. Hand milk separator. If you didn't have power, you would could hook it up to your tractor and use that for suction. Because our WD-45, just a set of front wheel weights. Our WD-45 had that front spigot for suction on the for the milker. Kind of cool. We got all the old parts. Huge 2-day estate auction. 100 plus tractors. Huh. Ortonville, Minnesota. Cool cab over at International Truck. Alright, now we're going to the John Deere side of it. Waterloo boy. So that was his own company for a while, then John Deere bought it out. John Deere 300 snowmobile. I had 400 front slab blades. Each has got a few on here. $50-20 diesel.
Patent the nuclear bomb and the nuclear energy for nuclear power plants. Allis-Chalmers was right in the field.
I don't know much about these old tractors. Stuff I've never really worked on. So I'm guessing they got these tire or front wheels out of the woods. Or either that or the tree. This tree grew around the tractor, but it's cool they left it in there. It's kind of a, that one too. It's cool they left it in there, kind of a tribute to it. Once you cut it out, it kind of loses some of the cool factor. They get quite a few of the old steam tractors or big kerosene tractors up here. One of 12 existing out of Winona. Minneapolis threshing machine. Rumley oil pull. Quite a few of them. Supposed to be the Rumley area. We'll go over there after I get done going through all these other tractors here. Ugh, it's getting disgustingly humid out here. Old Cushman going by. That is super. Wow. This looks awful tall, but maybe because it's sitting on the hill, but that's just a seat. Behind. Now, this one is what, a 45H is what it says? All steel. H wide front. There's an R. Ooh, an 806. That one's pretty. What do you guys think of the LED replacements, or keep them original? Personally, I kind of like the original look. But I get why people put halogen on there, because they're a heck of a lot brighter if you're going to use them. You don't see too many people restore manure spreaders, so that's cool to see. Alright, is this a U here? Pretty tall, I'm kind of guessing. Oh, it says ZB. That was off. People mover wagon. Well, that's an interesting paint job. Maybe 06 diesel. There you go, guys. 6,500 bucks. The 820. I guess they're, I don't think they're that common, so maybe that's why it's asking a higher price. All right, so what they did here is they updated to an alternator. Yep. And rather than getting a shorter belt or shorter bracket, they did some fabricating. Interesting, because sometimes you'll see where they have the hole cut there, and sometimes they're tucked underneath, but interesting. Farmer ingenuity. Okay, what's this? So that's got a loader on it, and then whatever. I wonder if that's part of the loader setup. So when they painted them white, those were demonstrators. So they'd bring them around to show farmers, and then usually they bring them back to the dealership and paint them up red. So if you'll find underneath when you're restoring them, like, oh, this one's white. Well, even before you restore it, if you buy it, you can see chip paint, and you can see. So here's see the white underneath. So let me finish my sentence here. This is like the one I have. Let's see if they did hydraulics on here. No, he does not. So that's the throttle. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, this right here is your hydraulics. So he must not have any service lines going to the back. It should be right there. Well, here's a U next door as well. So he made this. This is the plastic jug he painted to protect his electronics from getting rained on. This is what that throttle rod should look like. This is different. That looks different too, huh? No hydraulics on this one. Oh, look at the old tires on there. I always think these things are cool with the full skirts on the hoods like that. Alright, let's continue on up here. I want to look at the throttle linkage on this one too, how they did it. You can see my manifold's different. See, these are the nice headlights. I like the flat ones. Then this, so this one they have one flat one and one, I don't know what you call it, dished one. I think the flat ones look cooler. I wonder why they didn't park these down in the feature tractors area. A beautiful one bottom plow dragging underneath there. So this one got hydraulics. Let's see, manual. Oh, it's a manual lift. I believe that's a manual, or is that his depth control? That might be his front. Depth, bar. Nope, that was his lift. I had that A that I put a one bottom plow underneath, and yeah, you had to stand up to get the leverage to lift that thing. Kind of a pain. What do we got? Is this a 200 over here? Kind of hiding off by itself over here. No, 1020. So Tom had one of these, but he had rubber on the back, on the front at least. Yeah, it's a 200. Nah. With a fast hitch. Nice. Oh, look at the seat on it. That's cool. Not the right tractor, but still cool. Alright, so remember before I was talking about wire? See, this is wire as well. So that just seems weird to me. I'm just used to twine strings, but to have wires, now you gotta get a wire. What are you gonna do with all that old wire? This must be Oilers, I'm guessing. Yeah, because looking at the valve there, where are they drawing it from? There goes the tractor. Oh, that's that one that was done up. 4320 front wheel sits. Super C with a sickle mower. This guy was driving around pulling a people mover, helping out with that. Oh, this thing's cool looking. Super 4. Looks like it's painted Ford colors. You can go through some stuff with that. Ford 5000. I think he might have over tightened that. Probably the tack. Super H. They didn't put white grills on Super H's. I didn't think they did. Some neat stuff here. That blade looks homemade. Oh, that's cool. Oliver's big cat motor in it. That's a pulling beast right there. Nicely done up R. Looks like a C sitting next to her. And now you can kind of see we're up on the hill over all them the old steam tractors or old kerosene tractors. This H. So it looks like. No tag on it. Huh, yeah, H. Oh, perfect. Electric start, because you just pull this down. The one we worked up at the farm show, we had to manually spin that bugger over. Kerosene. And looks like another H sitting here. See, this one's not electric start. You're gonna have to spin that thing. Tricycle H over here. Not this one, this is Farm H, but the one next door. Another H. Not electric start. There's a high crop. .1066 turbo pulling out there. 1256 turbo. I wonder if that's a father-son team. Would be my guess. I love the way those international sound. It's like he's parking it again. Say what this is this a Model T? Model T Club. I would imagine so. Alright, I'm gonna guess a C. Looking at it from the back end. I don't see a tag on it. Oh, right there. Yeah, it's a C. And then this one, I'm gonna guess WD. Okay, so it says WD-45, but it does not have the removable plate. It's got power steering, that's what that is. But I would... Oh, weird. He's got the auxiliary. Or is that for the... No, power steering, 1 feedback. I don't know what that's for. Huh. I wonder if this is a sod-filled tractor with the big high flotation and turf tires up front. Big high crop. So this is the reverse, I'm gonna guess, WD. Nope, probably WC. Going by that rear axle, looks like a WC. So this one's a WD. See, it doesn't have that removable plate. We'll find a WD and you can see the difference. So that one's saying a 45. That one didn't. WD 45. Well, why don't any of these? Because mine has that removable plate. Interesting. Well, I'll point it out when I find one that has it. Oh, that's cool. WC with the spoke rear wheels. Must be having the tractor parade coming up. People are lining the streets. So this was blowing silage. This is a nicely done WD-45. Okay, now I'm not finding that plate on them, so am I just losing my mind? The G, WC, WC, WD. United. Tractor's growing. D14. Oh, it looks like it's got the same backblade that I have. Sure does. WD-45 with a modified loader on it. U with the original tires, that's cool. D17 and D17, but they look a little different. Alright, so all the WD-45s that I found didn't have that side plate, so maybe mine's is odd. But I thought that was the telltale sign. Nicely redone WC. How'd you like to ride on this thing? That's what you put your feet. There's your controls. You pivot your back end, and then there's your drawbar. Lee Sackett? Yeah, it's Lee's. He does restoration. Well, there you go. He's got a... Look him up on YouTube. He's on there. Yeah, he redid. He had this down at the Orange Spectacular. Beautiful job. He does great work. These cars were made up in St. Cloud, but I think he got into financial issues with the government. Right over by the old cars now. Beautiful GMC. Chrysler. We saw that one up at the flea market part. An old Edsel. Cool. (1935) Chevy sedan. Like a 78? Yep. You can tell by the grill. Never seen one of them. This is a cool bike. $27. This is a big digger, or big bulldozer. I don't know how you'd move something like this. Get some permits, I guess. He's gonna scoop some dirt with it. Aw, shut her down. Not. Oh, you just open that up. Those big trap doors. big old wrecking ball.